Morning and welcome to One Grumpy Old Man Is Classics. You can see the background, doors are open, boots open on the Alfa, so that only means one thing. I'm going to make a start on this today. Not sure if I will get any welding done as such, but I want to start preparing the areas that need cutting out, grinding back, etc. So let's have a look and I'll show you where I'm going to start today. Inside the car, this is the rear footwell. I'm going to have to cut all of that out and let's see how far back it goes. There's rubbish there, so quite a substantial bit of rot there, but I want to get that cut out and then start making a plate up. It's going to be quite time consuming, you know. There's quite a bit of work here and I want to get it as right and as best as I can, because, you know, aesthetically I like it to look nice. And I'm going to investigate this bit here that's bubbling. Look, I can almost push that in with my thumb, so I'm going to chop that out, and I'll probably cut the lower front wing out as well and start grinding, cleaning this all back and see what I need to do. Yeah, it's just crusty mostly. Alright, there's a bit of rust damage there. Gotta do something with that. I mean, that hole should be there anyway, so it's not like a plate to cover a rust hole up. That should be there, but it needs refabricating somehow. Have to get a bit inventive on that. Sort this lip out on the sill floor joint as well. Anyway, let's get cutting, grinding and cleaning back and see what we're going to be working with. And of course, got some fuel lines there that I need to do something with. And I'm going to unclip them and move them back as far as I can. Probably going to put a piece of sheet metal in here as well to cover over it, to at least add some more protection. Let's have a look, see what we're dealing with. don't know if you can see that, but it looks like it's had a bit of work before in the past. I think the best thing is just cut it out and see what it looks like. So I've cut that piece out on the sill at the rear. I don't know if you can see that. There's all the crustiness inside. There is a bit of damage to the back of the sill just here. So that was worthwhile cutting out, because as you can see the back of it, if you can see that, obviously that's the front section. There we go. I'm not quite sure if that's had work done before or not. Seems a bit, looks like weld, I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I think the best thing to do is get in here, get underneath, give it all a clean up and see what we're working with. I've already cut the bit of floor section out, if I can show you that. So there you go, that's the bit I cut out the rear. So I'm sitting down at the moment so I can see that. Let me get in focus a bit. So that's what I've cut out. Obviously I've got to do a lot of prep, cleaning back to fresh metal, etc. It's going to take a while, so I'll crack on with that. Just show you around the destruction so far. It's a bit of a mess here. I'll show you where I've got to so far. So the corner of the wing has been cut out. Cut it back as far as the rust went. Clean on the glasses. So I've cleaned up with the wire brush, got the loose of the body protection off. See, I've cut part of the lip out there because it was all bent and mangled. So I'm just going to make a little repair to go in there so it looks how it should. We've got a bit more there that was all loose. Under sealing, it almost feels like it's rubberized. But I'm going to put a lot of cure rust on these before any other treatment goes on. And then of course the floor that I've cut out the back there, and as you can see, rear end of the sill was rusty, so I've cut that out. There's a little bit more underneath I've just got to cut out, and then I've got to work my way around this part just here that meets the sill. So yeah, you can see where it should be an oval hole anyway, but yeah, I've got to try and recreate that. And of course the end of the inner sill is going to need some more tension and a plate made up to let in there. So that's where I've got so far. I'm going to start making some plates up, so we'll catch up in a bit. I do apologise for today. It's been quite a busy week with one thing or another. I've done quite a bit of work today on Project Alfa, if you want to call it that, or Crusty Alfa. I don't know, call it whatever you like. I couldn't really film. The guys have been out in the street digging the pavements up, putting some super fast, mega super duper cable shit crap in. So they've been digging up the pavements, laying cables and generally creating chaos, but I suppose that's progress, isn't it? So it was very noisy. They were cutting the concrete up, and they had the digger going. It was just so noisy, I just carried on without filming. So let me show you what I've been up to. Apologies for the background noise, can't do anything about that. Anyway, let's crack on. Not a great deal to see really, so I did cut the rot out. I've let a plate in on the front of the sill. Also I had to let a plate in on the underneath, and I've given it a skimmer filler. So obviously with welding you do get a lot of heat distortion. Try to keep it at a minimum, but I did get a bit of I think round about here there was quite a bit of heat distortion, so skimmer filler tied it up. This bit here wasn't welded, this was just a bit flaky and scabby, so I ground that back, rust treated it and give that a skimmer filler. So eventually this will all be smoothed off, tidied up, so it'll be painted body colour. So underneath I've seam sealed the weld joints just to make them watertight. I don't know how well this is going to come up. Also I've done this repair here because this hole should be there, but it was rusty. Well, that's difficult. This along this edge here it rusted away, so I've let a panel in there and made that how it should be. So eventually all this will be it'll have a coat of Rust-Oleum rust treatment painted over to protect it all, and then I'll go along and fire up the compressor and body shorts the underneath this car. So you can see here where it's all black and I've rust treated it, that's where all the a lot of the manufacturers sealant had flaked off and was hanging off. So I should do the same with that, give that load of body shorts. Quite clearly I haven't welded the back floor yet. I'm having a bit of a problem with my repair panel at the moment. It's not working out how I expected, so I may have to do a bit of a compromise on that. And the next bit I want to attend to is I've made a repair panel up for the wing that also goes underneath. Not quite sure what shape it should be underneath, I'm just guessing really. We'll see what it looks like when it's done. So yes, that's where I'm at, so getting there. So get the bottom of the wing, front wing done next. I'm going to leave the floor till last because I'm undecided how I'm going to tackle that at the moment. So let's see. So, you know, that's where I am this week. I'll try and push forward and get some more progress done on it. So, you know, like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, share, leave me a comment. You know, I do read them, not get many. Obviously I'm not that popular, but anyway, you know, do all that sort of good stuff, you know, it'd be great. You know, I'm never going to be a mega channel, but that's not what it's about. I'm doing that tongue thing again. So yeah, just follow me on the Crusty Alfa, and let's see how far we can get with it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.